Hello everyone, my name is MrAlphaMega. Welcome to a story. Today I'm gonna tell you a story. So anyways, this is a story about a sketchy sale. Something that happened to me in the past 2 days. That happened 2 days ago, which was very sketchy to me. For where I live, it's sketchy. Anyways, I live somewhere where everything is very to the point. Everything is clean. There's no sketchiness that ever happens ever when it comes to money and sales. But this time, this is a whole different thing. Let's get started. So, anyways, 2 days ago, I had an epiphany. I was like, bruh, I need to get myself some headphones just for outside of sport when I'm walking around through the city, in school, stuff like that. I like my earplugs, but they get extremely annoying because they fall out and everything. So anyways, I have these now, which are amazing. These are the Audio-Technicas THMM50s, something like that. They're amazing. I use them for my computer only because they have this very long cable, and for transport these things are really annoying. I should have gotten the one where I can take the cable out so I can put a shorter cable on it. That would have been nice, but hey, life isn't perfect. So what I did instead is I looked up some headphones that I could buy which are not too cheap, too expensive, which are good quality, and yeah, they're not too big. They're quite small, and the ones that I can pack up in my bag and carry around, take out when I need them, etc. So I looked these up. These are Bowers & Wilkins P3s, and they were priced down from 200 to 100. So I went down to my local mall. I biked down. It was there. It's 8 kilometers away approximately, and I got there and I went to the guy, and they were like, "Yo, the P3s are not on sale anymore. They are now 200 again instead of 100 because yeah, you missed it." It was like, it's like, dude, on your website it says that they're still like that they're still at price. I thought we don't update our website. We only update our website twice a month. Like, we're fucking morons. So I was like, God damn it. So anyways, I saw the P5s next to them, and I was like, the P5s, they're not bad. They're even better because they, instead of mesh, they have leather cushions. They're the older version, so they're probably cheaper as well. And they were, instead of 200, they were 180 bucks, which is 20 bucks cheaper. I can do a lot with 20 bucks, let's just say. So instead, what I asked them is, yo, do you have the P5s instead? And he's like, sorry, man, we don't have them in stock. And I was like, God damn it. So anyways, I looked up, and there was another place that did have them in a completely different city, though, which was another 15 to 20 minute train ride away. So I biked to the train station, I took the train there, and I went to that shop, and they did have the P3. But it was only, sorry, they didn't have the P3. They did have the P5, but it was only the Bluetooth version, and that thing's like 340 bucks. Hell no. So I went to another place which I looked up, which looked really chic. It looked really legit. It looked amazing. So I went there, and the guy, first up, what he said, it's like, you're planning on buying something, right? You're not like coming here dicking around just looking. I'm like, I have my rights. If I want to dick around, I will. But yes, I do want to buy something. And he's like, okay, good. So I looked around. I found the P3 and the P5. And I'm like, so how about the P3? He's like, oh, that'll be 300 bucks. And I was like, the P3, that's not even a Bluetooth version. It's just cable. And he's like, yeah, it's just a cable version, but it's vintage. I'm like, what the hell is that even supposed to mean? Vintage. So anyways, I didn't want to like press on him because I'm very awkward in those situations. My French isn't great. So I asked about the P5s, and he's like, yeah, they're 250 bucks. Normally these are between 100 and 200. It's the old version. They don't even look that great. I mean, you don't, like, the box was all scratched up and everything. So I'm like, 250s? Yeah, it's the vintage version, man. Like, they're a bunch of hipsters selling overpriced shit. Nothing I haven't seen before. So I ditched that place. The guy was a little bit salty that I didn't buy anything, but I'm not gonna. I didn't even have that money at the time, so I was like, fuck it. So then I thought of something. It's like, hey, I can buy the display version of the P5s maybe I can ask them if I at the other shop before I went over to the other city. So I was like, yo, I can ask if I can buy the display version of the P5s of the Bowers and Wilkins. And they were like, I was like, oh, I should have done that before. Anyways, you know, shit happens. So I biked to the train station. I took the train all the way back. And then I biked to the local, and then I biked to the shop again. And I got in there, and the guy recognized me. And it's like, hey, you're back. You changed your mind? I was like, no. I was just wondering if I could buy the display version of the P5s. Shit, I gotta turn this music down. There. So I asked the guy. It's like, so he's like, yeah, you can buy the display version. I'm like, God damn it! I should have thought of this before. Anyways, too late for that. Too late for saltiness. So I was like, okay, can I get a discount? He's like, yeah, for sure. You'll get 10% off. I'm like, isn't that much? But they do look great. The sound quality is amazing. Like, nothing's bad about them. He said he'd clean them and everything, so I'm like, 10% off. Wow. Anyways, he showed them to me before. I was like, can I try them on one more time? And he's like, yeah, for sure. So I looked at them, and there were some scratches on it, which I later removed, by the way. They were just some mud scratches, which he like didn't see or didn't remove anyways. And they looked like scratches. He's like, oh, shit. Man, I'll give you 20% off instead. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. You know what? I'll give you 30% off because you're a good sport. I'm like, why? That's so weird. Why would you do that? Like, here, that's very abnormal for people to give you high discounts. Here, it's like 10% off is 10% off. That's what you're gonna get if you don't get the 10% off. Anyways, so he would give me 20% off, and he's like, I'll give you 30% off because you're a good sport. I'm like, that's very unlike this place. You normally like stick with the price, and that's the price. So like, can I try them again? Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe you're trying to play me with something. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure, that's no problem, man. Just try them out as much as you want. So that's what I did. I tried them out, and they seemed fine. The scratches were still there. I later found out that I could just peel them off. So basically, in the end, I said, yeah, 30% off would be great. It's like, you know what? If you really need it, I'll give you 40% off. And he's like, ha! I'm kidding. I'm like, this guy was so weird. I was like, what the fuck? He sold me stuff before, so I was surprised he was acting like that. Because, you know, this is very unprofessional. Normally, the guys of the store, they're very professional. So, anyways, he went up to the cashier, and he was like whispering in her ear, like, oh yeah, 20% off, something like that. And the cashier asked me to come behind the desk, and I went behind the desk. And believe it or not, the cashier was being very sketchy. She was like, okay, here's your warranty. You get 30% off. 20% off. And do you have cash by any chance? I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, ah, damn. So I was like, what the fuck? Super sketchy. Anyways, and then she's like, would you like to pay with the card then? Yeah, I have my debit card. Is that okay? She's like, okay, yeah, fine, that's fine. So I paid with my debit card. I got 30% off of $180 originally. Here they are. They're the Bowers and Wilkins P5s. They're the cable version. These are like old, I guess. But I've seen them in there a couple of times, and I've never had the balls to buy them just because they were expensive and they looked really fancy and stuff. And this time I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So anyway, guys, that's my story of a sketchy sale at my local store, which has never happened before, so to me that was very weird. Anyways, if you enjoyed, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. If you want any more of these stories, I will give them to you, if you believe it or not. But anyways, yeah, so this is something that I can do with the time that I have in my hands. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Good.